So, here we are again, like deja vu, a return to school after a long period of time away from one another. And, you know, you guys are living in a real huge moment in human history. This will be something that you will be talking about when you're the wizened old age of this dinosaur right here. You'll be saying, I remember when I was in year 4, I remember when I was in year 5, I had to stay after school, we had this lockdown, and your kids, your grandkids will be saying, wait, what's lockdown? It's big, it's huge. So first of all, well done to you for getting through it. You're strong, you're mighty, and I'm proud of you. It hasn't been easy though, has it? It has not been easy. It hasn't been easy for you, and I'm going to be honest with you, it has not been easy for me either. But there's something that I really, really want you guys to know, and that is this. As difficult as it has been, as frustrating as it has been, as lonely as it has been, honestly, my privilege to work with you this lockdown. I hope that you've learned a lot in lots of ways. Hopefully, you've learned a little bit because I've imparted some knowledge into your forming brains. But hopefully, you've learned lots about yourself. I have learned lots about you. And I have learned what utterly resourceful, resilient, determined, strong, creative, fabulous children you are. Each one of you has brought something to the table and has given me something to think about. I wish we never had coronavirus. I wish we didn't have to have a lockdown. But as we did, I am really glad that I could spend it in a weird kind of way over Microsoft Teams with you. I was really pleased and privileged to spend the last lockdown with my year 6 class, and I would not have traded that for the world. I feel the same way this time. I am very, very pleased that I could share this moment in history with you guys. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If I could wipe out coronavirus, I would wipe out coronavirus. But I would not change this experience for anything. So now, here I am at school. I'll be seeing you here on Monday. A lot has changed. You're going to find something interesting when you come into class. You're going to find something interesting when you come through the school gate. And you're going to see this. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high o'er vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. That's right. What you saw in that last clip were hosts of golden daffodils all around the Rake School grounds. And that means that spring is coming. After winter must come spring. It's an exciting time of year. It's a time of new things happening, new life. And to me, it's very metaphorical. It's a metaphor for hope. It reminds me of when we were last together and we were reading together The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. And the beavers took Lucy and Susan and Peter through Narnia to look out for Aslan. And they knew Aslan was coming nearer because they saw for the first time the thaw. They saw the first sprigs of green, and with that also blossomed hope in their hearts. And that's how I feel as we come back to school, hope for new, rich, happy, beautiful things to happen. Now, I'm not going to say that every second of your school life is going to be rich and beautiful. You know, I understand that. But just in a greater sense, it looks like things are changing and changing for the better. And that, my friends, is going to be something which we are going to explore together. We're going to be exploring spring and new beginnings in a very scientific way, but also in a much deeper way. We're going to be considering what's happening now. In each moment, we're going to be very mindful of each moment. We'll be remembering the past, honoring the past. We will be planning for the future. But we together are going to be very mindful of this moment, of each moment that we have together. We're going to be working in a slightly different way. It's going to be completely different from lockdown. And it's going to be slightly different to the way in which we worked in autumn, when we worked really, really hard to catch up with our studies. We'll be working hard, but in a different way. The expectations for your behavior and the respect that you show one another, that will still be there, and that will still be very high. But you'll be really pleased to know that our academic work is going to be a little bit different for a few weeks. You don't need to worry about that. Because just as in the first video that I made for you, Goldcrest class, this year, I told y'all that I have your back. That hasn't changed. A lot has changed since the beginning of September. That has not. I will be looking after you and looking out for you, and we're going to work together on looking out for and after one another. Many apologies for the constant scene changes and costume changes. I'm not taking dramatic license. There's something wrong with my phone. And so I'm back here where I have been for a good proportion of lockdown learning, on my couch, in my sitting room, in front of this laptop. But it was important to me to finish this video off with what I think is a really important message for you. That is this: that I fully recognize the fact that you are going to be feeling all kinds of different ways. There's going to be a lot of excitement for many of you at the prospect of coming back. There's bound to be a few nerves amongst you. I imagine that some of you might feel quite anxious for a number of reasons. Some of you may even feel a little bit sad to leave the comfort and cocoon of your home learning environment. Lots of you will be feeling all of those things. at different stages, or maybe even all at once. Whatever the case, know this: it's normal and it's okay. And also, that is something that we are going to work through together. Lots of talking, lots of problem solving, even playing it out. Okay? We're going to find ways to manage all of those different things that are going on inside in a fun, active way, as well as talking it through and sitting with those emotions. Anyway, I think I've said enough. Just know that I am here for you, and we can all be there for one another. I think we're pretty good at that, Goldcrests class. And now's the time to really step it up and be there for each other. And we can only do that when you all turn up. So rest, relax. I'll see you at school on Monday morning.